Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Razi bin Mazainan and my metric number is AA200554 and we are from group 3 and today we will present our PBL assignment. Let me introduce our group members. Alright, our first group members is Muhammad Shazrin Aiman bin Rosdi. The second one is Muhammad Nur Afan bin Nur Azman. The third one is me, Muhammad Razi bin Mazainan. And next one is Khairul Aidid bin Khalil. And the last one is Muhammad Hanif Najmi bin As. Next is the table of content for presenting today. Today we will introduce the introduction of simple linear regression, and next is we will explain our filler table, and next is the problem statement from our group, and next one is the solution, and we will explain about the discussion and also the conclusions. Next is the introduction. The simple linear regression is used to model the relationship between two continuous variables. The objective is to predict the value of an output variable or response based on the value of an input or predicted variable. This effect of manipulating or changing independent variables are documented and compared. Independent variables are also referred to as predictors, and this name because they predict or forecast the values of the dependent variable in the model. Next is the formulas. There are 4 formulas that we use to solve our problem statement. Next is the filler table. As we know, the filler table is the abbreviation for facts, ideas, learning issue, and action plan. This structure table is helpful to overcome problem solution technique, and the PBL is easy to be implemented in current teaching and learning settings since it offers freedom and action better understanding among students. Alright. Our problem statement or problem format is each group required to collect data directly by recording information from nutrition levels of a variety of snake foods. For this project, you have to explore the relationship between for contents per serving and calories per serving. You can collect as much as you can, but the minimum data is 35. Analyze the data and interpret the result. Alright, the filler table has 4 columns, which is the facts, ideas, learning issues, and the action plan. First, the facts. The facts from the problem statement is collect data from nutrition level of a variety of snack foods. Next is collect data between fat contents per serving and calories per serving. And next one is minimum data to collect is 25. The column for ideas is study and collect data from the nutrition level of snacks. Next is investigate the relationship between the amount of fat in each serving and the number of calories in each serving. Use the formula of simple linear regressions. For next column is learning issue. What we got from the problem statement is how to create a scalar plot. Next is why the data collected must be minimum is 25. And next is how to get the information from the nutrition tables. And next is how to solve the problem using the formulas. The last column is action plan. The results that we got to solve the problem statement is by internet, calculations, e-book, slide from the lecture, and the nutrition level. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairul Aidid bin Khalil and I will present about problem statement for our PBL project. So the first is each group is required to collect data directly by recording information from nutrition labels of a variety of snacks foods. Next one is for this project we have to explore the relationship between fat content per serving and calories per serving. Next one is we can collect as much as we can, but the minimum of data of the snacks food is 25. So at least we have to collect 25 data. So the last one is we have to analyze the data and interpret the result. So for the solution, the first of all, we have to find data of fat per serving and calories per serving. So the first thing is we have to find the name of the product, which is such as Bika, Cloud9 and so on. So the next one is we have to find the value of Y, which is calories per serving. The unit is a calorie. So the fat contents per serving, which is the unknown is X and the unit is gram. So the next one we have to find y square, x square, and xy. So the last one we have to find the sum of y, the sum of x, sum of y square, sum of x square, and sum of xy. So for the solution, we have four questions for our PBL. So the first question is we have to create a scatter plot of this data between fat contents and calories content, and we have to describe the relationship. So this is our graph or the scatter plot, which is for the y-axis is located fat, which is the unit is gram. So for the y-axis, we have calories, which is the unit is calorie. So for the second question, which is in the scatter plot you made, what is the explanatory variables and response variable? So the answer is depending on the scatter plot we made, the explanatory variable is fat, which is the unknown is x, and the response variable is calories, which is y. So we use simple linear regression to solve this problem because we only have one independent variable. Apart from that, we can determine which of two variables, fat x and calories y, has the strongest relationship. So, simple linear regression can be used to determine the value of the determined variable, which is y, when the independent variable, which is x, is set to a specific value.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nur Afan bin Azman and I will be presenting about solutions for question 3 and question 4. For question 3, which is fit the simple linear regression, write the fitted model using mathematical notation and interpret the slope using and intercept. Sketch the line. For the answer, first, find xy by subtracting sum of xy to sum x multiplied with sum y over n. We get the value of xy, which is 3108.1. Second, find x by subtracting some square root x to sum x powered by 2 over n. The value of x is 1089.6224. Third, find b1 by dividing sxy to sxx. We then acquire the value of b1, which is 2.8525. Find y dividing sum of y over n. We then got y, which is 118, and then find x by dividing sum of x over n. The value of x is 8.848. Find BO by subtracting y with the product of B1 multiplied by x. We then acquire the value of B0, which is 92.761. And the final product, which is by adding B1x to B0. The value is 2.8525x plus 92.761. The graph or the linear line will then look like this. For the solution of number 4, find and interpret the value of R2. Answer, firstly, find xy by subtracting sum of xy to sum x multiplied with sum y over n. Sum of xy is 3108.1. Find xx by subtracting some square root x to sum x powered by 2 over n. The value of xx is 1089.6224. Third, find syy by subtracting some square root y to sum y powered by 2 over n. The value of syy is 157334. Find by dividing SSY to SXX. The value of B1 is 2.852. Find SSE by subtracting SYY to the product of B1 multiplied by SSY. SSE value is 148469.7. Find SSR by subtracting SYY to SSE. The value of SSR is 864.3. And finally, find R2 by dividing SSR to SYY. R2 value is 0.0563. The value of R2 was shown evidenced by the graph.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheldon Aiman and I will present about discussion. Based on the simple linear progression, we are able to solve the problem given. From the question 1, data were collected and tabulated accordingly. The data were separated between calories per serving and fat content per serving. A total of 25 products have been recorded from various food. The calories content were plotted on the y-axis and fat content on the x-axis of a distribution graph. The data from y power of 2 and s power of 2 were derived by separately quantifying each data in the table. As a result, the data from sy is obtained by multiplying the data from the x table and y table in the appropriate order. For question 2, we use simple linear regression to predict the response variable. Simple linear regression can be used to figure out which variables have an impact on the graph or can assist explain it. Then, utilizing the data we have already collected, we can try to predict the next data. Problem solving would be much easier to solve rather than solving it using the other method. From question 3, we use formula to get the value of SSY and SSX. From there, we should find the value of B1 by using the formula. From the formula, we get the value of B1 is 2.8525. Then, we use another equation to solve another x and y. Thus, finally, we can find the values to solve the equation. We can insert the values of 118 as y value, 2.8525 as B1 and 8.848 as x value. After that, we can use the equation obtained to construct the line. The equation is y equals to B0 plus B1 multiple x. Next, for the question 4, we need to find the value of R power of 2. Initially, we should find SSS and SYY. After get the value, we need to find SSY using the appropriate formula. Then we continue to find the value of SSE, SSR and R power of 2. First, we find the value of SSE. After get the value of SSE, we should find the SSR. And then finally, we can solve the R power of 2. We got 0.0563 as the final value for R power of 2.
Okay, I am Muhammad Hanin Najmi bin Asri. Okay, I will explain about conclusion. In the conclusion, we can conclude that the simple linear regression is a very useful in our life. Because simple linear regression is a linear regression model with a single explanatory variable. It can be used to find relationship between two variables. For the example, relationship between fat content per serving and calories per serving that we made for this study. Simple linear regression will help us to determine the relationship between two variables. We can denote that the variable by using two unknown that's x and y. A straight line will simulate this connection. We show how an input variable and connected to an output variable.